Welcome back, everybody, to, I don't even have a fucking name for my channel. It's Just. It's the Justin Show. Welcome back to the Justin Show. If you can't tell by today's gamer lighting, we're in hell. And why are we in hell today? Because we're looking at a fucking Ben Shapiro video. Oh my god, yes, it has come to this. I am going to critique a Ben Shapiro video. As you can tell, I am 5 months too late on this, but hey, better late than never, because old Benny Boy has he has some thoughts. He has some thoughts on Cartoon Network, and you know what I'm all about? Animation and politics. So just two things that I really love, and Ben decided to dip his toes into this, and I think at this point it's useless saying like, oh, everybody's covered this. Yeah, they covered it, but not me. And you know what? I have something that they don't have, an animation degree. So let's see if I can, if that degree comes in handy maybe today. Let's see if I have anything to add to this conversation. So why don't you kick it off, Mr. Shenjabin Bapiro?
This is why you have Cartoon Network, which it's a Cartoon Network. Yes, they have Adult Swim, but it is a network that is meant for children. Now, attempting to indoctrinate children in this particular lexicon, because it's not enough that they speak this language, it's that you have to speak the language too. In a sectarian war, you have to make sure that people know the rights and people know the rituals. And this is part of the rights and rituals, is adopting this sort of bizarre language and this bizarre philosophy of gender that nobody actually understands because it is utterly internally incoherent.
Okay, perfect way to stop it there. 30 seconds in, and yeah, we've already got a juicy morsel to latch ourselves onto. By the way, let me just go ahead and do my God-given duty. There we go. Justin, you haven't finished watching the whole video. What, do you think Ben Shapiro is gonna suddenly turn into a leftist in this video? Get real. You know, I'm gonna fucking dislike it. I know I am. All right, so Ben laid out a few things there. Just a few things. Essentially, what he is trying to do is what's called a moral panic. He's trying to make people afraid that their kids are going to become indoctrinated into woke ideology through kids' cartoons. That's going to be the whole premise of this video. And isn't this great? Isn't this just great? Oh, by the way, I watched this video when it came out 5 months ago. I don't even remember most of it, but we're going to rediscover it again together. I mean, classic Ben Shapiro, that literally the first sentence out of his mouth is Cartoon Network is a network. I mean, just Harvard degree here, everybody. Here's a thing that Ben Shapiro loves to do, and everybody has said this a million times, but I really want to point it out. He uses words that are made to make him sound smart. Like, he'll throw in words like internally inconsistent and lexicon, like stuff. You gotta understand, Ben Shapiro's audience is made up of mongoloids, literally just like 5 IQ people that are like, yeah, you tell them, Ben, you tell those transgenders they can go to hell, stuff like that. And and literally, there is nothing Ben's audience loves more than the feeling of superiority they get by having what is essentially would be, in their eyes, a Hollywood elite, like college grad, let's be honest, manlit, like Ben Shapiro, have all these smart intellectual ways of telling them that, yes, baby, you're correct. You're amazing. We love you. Your ideology is correct. So, yeah, okay, let's go ahead.
So Cartoon Network put out a tweet yesterday. Here's to not only normalizing gender pronouns, but respecting them too. Whether you use he, she, them, or something else, we acknowledge and love you, right? Because this is all the things, right?
Wait, hold on. Let's go ahead and let's read the comic. Why don't we? Because I don't know. Will Ben read it? Maybe. Conservatives are not really known for doing their research, but I love this last part. This is so inoffensive. Like, we acknowledge and love you. Just goes to show that conservatives really just kind of hate love when it comes down to it. Can we find the original? We found it! We found the original! The original one that Ben just lost his shit about. Okay, so, alright, perfect. Isn't this better? This quality is so much better. Okay, a lot of people are learning about gender. If you're comfortable, you can share your own pronouns. Gender pronouns. We can't tell someone's gender just by looking at them, and shouldn't assume we know. True! There are many gender identities beyond girl or boy. Some people don't identify as any gender. Cool. What's wrong with that? I mean, so at the surface of this, the way a reactionary would look at this, they would see just the mere question of people not accepting the heteronormative gender hegemony, they would see that as like an attack on their on I guess their way of life. Yeah, I throw out big words too. Except I know what those words mean and they actually apply to the situation. But essentially, I'll lay down for you. Anybody that does not strictly defy as, man, masculine, female, feminine, Ben just, he just can't wrap his head around that. He can't do it. Hi, my name is Cam. I'm continuing to read the comic. Hi, my name is Cam. My pronouns are they, them. Wow, I thought there was only she, her, and he, him. I'm Alex. Mine are they, them, too. I feel seen. This is written in such a way that even little children can understand this. But Ben can't, or either he has the ability to, but he just refuses. His brain just literally walls itself off, and he just wants to be angry about this. You could even say he's triggered. I'm Chloe. The pronouns, I'm not going to do the voices. I don't know the way these characters sound, except for Stevani, but I can't do a Stevani voice. I'm Chloe. The pronouns that describe my identity are she, her. Cool. This comic is also presented in such a way where it's like, how can you get mad at it? I mean, people find ways. Thanks, y'all. When people use my pronouns, I feel respected, safe, and included. Yes, your pronouns reflect you. I've learned something new today. It might be a little bit too, kiddish. It is simplistic to the point of being annoying and even just a little preachy, but I'm not going to say the problem, the main problem in the universe is this fucking, tame little comic. It's Ben being a fucking asshole. Hey Stevani, this is my friend Alex. Hi Alex, I'm Stevani. My pronouns are they, them. Nice to meet you. I use they, them pronouns too. It's not even a story. It's just people meeting each other. Wow, it's a relief to know people who affirm who I am. Yay! Or yay. They, them, he, him, she, her. Using someone's pronouns shows respect. We all need to be seen and loved for who we are. Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. The cool thing about this comic is that it has, three non-binary people who look radically different, as well as he, him, and she, her. What's wrong with this? There's nothing wrong with this. And yet Ben, he just can't let it go. Yeah. Yeah, he just can't let it go. So let's continue.
else we acknowledge and love you, right? Because this is all the things, right? This is the elements that were just mentioned in that Edsel column, right? By that tweet.
I don't know what column you're talking about, Ben.
Signifies all of them, right? It's othering. If you don't agree with us, then you are a member of an outgroup. It is treating people as though they are bizarre and exterior. And it is moralizing. You are not loving and you are not good unless you use the sort of language that we want you to use, even if that language is actually counter to reality, counter to biology, and counter to the ability to communicate clear ideas.
There it is. There it is. Ain't that great? Ain't that great? So, not only has Ben kind of like unknowingly realized he's doing the exact thing he's criticizing, he's moralizing, and he's othering them. He's othering non-binary people and people that want to use, that not even want to use like different pronouns, that they want to talk about them. Ben doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to think about it. He doesn't want to see it. He at some point he must realize that like he's the asshole, right? Like he is trying to play the victim, like we're these people that talk about gender, they're attacking him and his way of life. Dude, they're so innocent, they're so tame, they're just existing, but it's your criticism of their mere existence that makes people feel the need to bring it up and be like, hey, it's important to feel seen and to be validated for just who you are, for your mere existence. But no, Ben just can't, he can't connect the dots and realize, oh, hey, like this is just me being mean to people because they're different.
So they put out this tweet, and it has several graphics of cartoon characters. One cartoon character says, gender pronouns describe a person's gender identity.
I'm not going to fault Ben for not knowing the names of the characters, but, I don't know. maybe Ben should watch Steven Universe.
As any gender. Okay, this is just indoctrination into nonsense.
Okay, where's the argument, Ben? I want to hear an argument. Where's the argument?
Because there is no biological basis to this.
Okay, yeah. So this is amazing. All Ben has to say is, this doesn't conform to reality. There is no biological evidence for this. Sources? Nah. I just say it is. And that makes it so, apparently. I mean, there is a biological basis to this, and it happens in reality. These people exist, Ben. These people exist. Like, there's no biological basis to this. Well, apparently there is, because it's happening and people do it. Like, Jesus, Ben. What the fuck?
Semantic game playing. But it's not about actually making the world a better place. It's about in-group signaling that you are a member of the loving woke. Hey, that's what Cartoon Network is doing right there. And if you refuse to speak the language, then you are cast out into the outer darkness. And this sort of
if you are an asshole to people just for their mere existence, you will be cast out. You should be shamed for that. You should be shamed for treating people like shit. I mean, is this kindergarten, Ben? Do we have to like repeat kindergarten? Like be nice to others. Share your toys and stuff like what? What is this, Ben?
Which characterizes everything that is happening in our politics right now. Gavin Newsom.
Okay, yes. Before he even continues, by the way, this is Ben and all reactionaries like him. This is their entire thing. It's just fear-mongering. It is at the same time creating a false sense of superiority in their audience, as well as making them afraid of things they don't understand.
He was tweeting out about the Trump administration saying it would be cutting $200 million in federal health care funding to California because the state requires insurance providers to cover abortions, right? Which is a normal political issue. You'll see Democrats attempt to hold back funds based on pro-life positions. You'll see Republicans attempt to hold back funds based on anti-life positions. Here's Gavin Newsom's tweet. Nothing like the pro-life party.
I'm sorry, what? What does this have to do with the Cartoon Network tweet, Ben? What the fuck?
Eliminating healthcare during a global pandemic. California will survive without this dollars for now.
I'm afraid to put this on like a speed faster than normal because Ben Shapiro talks so fast. I might not be able to understand him if I put it at a faster speed than normal.
But their frail, pathetic, patriarchal system they are so desperate to protect won't. Right? That is in-group signaling. When he uses the word patriarchal, you might say to yourself, wait, Gavin Newsom is a dude, isn't he? Yes, he is.
Okay, so he's using this Gavin Newsom tweet where Gavin Newsom used what I call one of the 7 words you can't say to reactionaries. Yeah, I'm riffing on the George Carlin bit. And one of them is feminism, and you can, type patriarchy into it too. So if you just use the word patriarchy, a little neuron fires off in Ben's brain and his audience's brain, and all that neuron tells his brain is to frown, me no like patriarchy. You must be an SJW. You must be a wokester. By the way, wokester, that is a word his fucking sister used. What does it mean? Who knows? Who knows? Because guess what? Their dialogue, their language that they use to criticize the left is internally inconsistent. There is no consistent term of what the word woke means to Ben Shapiro and the right wing. Like, to him, like, his whole argument, I guess, right here is that, like, Gavin Newsom is, like, in cahoots with Cartoon Network because they both use gender ideology. Like, it's seeping into the government, it's seeping into children's programming, it's everywhere, it's a disease, it's like the coronavirus, it's the T-virus, it's infecting everybody. Like really, dude? Like, you don't think, like, Gavin Newsom could have come to that, like, conclusion, like, on his own? Like, he's just stating a fact. Like, yeah, we live in a patriarchy. Like, duh. And then Cartoon Network, they're just being decent people. They're just trying to put out a good message, but, like, Ben just thinks it's all woke. If he doesn't understand it, and if they use words that, that they are the no words, then it's all the same to him. They are just a homogenous group to him.
You might say, isn't he the governor of California? The head of that system? Yes, he is. You might say, well, isn't that system, wasn't that created by men, the one that he's taking advantage of? Yes, it is. It's not about that. It's about signaling to everybody else he speaks the lingo. The lingo, again, that secret knock, the lingo is terms like patriarchal, terms like systemic injustice, terms like je, jur, zay, zem, whom, him, them, whom.
There it is. By the way, great joke. Was that an attack helicopter joke? It was very close. It was very close to that. But essentially, trying to trivialize people who have non-mainstream gender identities, neopronouns. He's just making fun of neopronouns. So it's like, yeah, wow, great joke. Yeah, I haven't heard that one before. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. Yes, Ben, whenever someone says a word that you don't like, you lose your shit.
All of this crap is designed for one thing and one thing only, and that is to create a secret handshake of the upper crust. That's what that is.
There we go. There it is. This is like Alex Jones, but, like, just kind of lamer. Like, this is conspiracy theory. Essentially, this is conspiracy theory. He thinks that Gavin Newsom and Cartoon Network and Twitter users are all like, we're all part of some secret club. we go in the secret meetings and we're like, guys, have we all agreed on the proper lingo? These are the code words. This is the secret code word. And this, shh. No, don't let Ben Shapiro know. He can't know the secret code. Like, yeah, he's trying to make a virtue signaling argument, which, okay, dude, like, it's like why are you tying these things together?
And people are like, why are they even commenting on this? The answer is because this is also a form of in-group signaling. This is signaling to their own constituents that they are not a member of the woke elite class.
There it is! The woke elite class. It doesn't mean anything. It's just Ben Shapiro telling these audience, these people think they're better than you. And so his audience can go like, what? Think you're better than me? What? These snobby elites, these Hollywood elites. By the way, Ben Shapiro, failed Hollywood screenwriter. Yeah, he tried to be one of these woke elites, but he sucked so much that now he's devoted his entire life to just essentially being a reactionary debate lord. Does he even still do debates? And by the way, I don't think Ben Shapiro ever had a proper debate, right? As far as I know, like, that's not what he was known for. What he's mainly known for is going to college campuses and dunking on like unprepared college students. Like, wow, dude, you know, pick some low-hanging fruit, why don't you?
They are not going to speak that language. So a counter language has formed in rejection of this language. Now, I'm not saying they're wrong, because they're not. I totally agree with them. I don't think that the Atlanta Braves is an insulting name. I don't think the Cleveland Indians was an insulting name. I mean, even if you want to make the case that the Washington Redskins was an insulting name, which, again, is controversial and I don't really agree with, even if you want to make that case, there's a world of separation between using the term Redskin and using the term Indians, Braves, or like Kansas City Chiefs, right? That you can see the difference on its face.
Ben, I don't know how we got to defending the Redskins in a video about Cartoon Network, but I mean, this is just the reactionary thought process. They just jump everywhere. It's all connected. It's like fucking Alex Jones. It's conspiracy theory, you know, which requires no research, no intellectual thought, no introspection. It's all connected, brother.
3 of those terms cannot even be construed as derogatory toward a particular group of people. Okay, but the idea here from Loeffler and
I'm not even going to get into like the racial thing right now. Like, this video's gone on long enough. Like, why is he's wrong, by the way? But like, why is he's he's bringing up racial shit? When I thought the subject at hand was
this is again
pronouns.
A form of in-group social signaling. It is saying that the wokes should not be able to take away sort of common items that we used to hold in common. So Loeffler and Purdue released a joint statement.
I like how now he's just calling them the wokes. Yeah. It doesn't mean anything. This is what I've been saying. It doesn't mean anything. Yeah, so he just keeps repeating the same talking point. It's in-group signaling. Like, every group has lingo that they use. Like, what the fuck, Ben? Where's the argument?
They said not only are the Braves a Georgian institution with a history spanning 54 years in Atlanta, they're an American institution.
How does this man have a show? How does he have a fucking talk radio show?
Braves name honors our nation's Native American heritage, which should not be erased. Under no circumstances should one of the most celebrated teams in sports cave to the demands of the cancel culture and the radical left. Only 20% of Georgia voters surveyed said they believe that the baseball team needs to change its name.
What is he even talking about? So now he's talking about sports. This man
70% of voters say the name should be kept. That is one of the reasons why they are making that move.
This is really
that's
sad.
One of the reasons they're saying this sort of stuff, because so much of our culture war is reliant on this linguistic semantic.
Oh, they love the culture war. They love the culture war, and I'll tell you what. You know why they love the culture war? Because it's easy. It's really easy to just point at something so innocent, like a Cartoon Network Twitter post. Not even like, an actual show. Just a fucking Twitter post. And just get offended by it. Just be like, I don't like it. I don't understand this. They use words. Are they trying to deconstruct gender? Like, no. They're literally, the point of that was that it was saying, hey, we exist. Please acknowledge us.
The language is reflective of the deeper culture war that is taking place. I hope you enjoyed that clip from The Ben Shapiro Show. If you did, go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
I did not. Yeah, all right. So, it's funny. I actually thought there would be more to this video, that it would, there would be more substance, that I was gonna like really like nail Ben Shapiro on like some like talking points, and maybe like show him like, this is actually, you know, part of like what the show is about, or like Stevani. No, there really was nothing there. You know, I couldn't explain, you know, what Steven Universe or any of these cartoons were about, because I mean, honestly, for over half the video, Ben just gesticulated wildly at like, oh, there's a woke conspiracy, there's a woke elite, and they've infiltrated cartoons and sports and government. And it's just like, yeah, I mean, like, if you look at this dude and you really think he's an intellectual, no, like, replace that yarmulke with a fucking tinfoil hat, dude. Like, he's a conspiracy theorist. This is conspiracy, you know? And it's just because he just doesn't like people that don't fit into his mold of what a man and a woman should be. So I hope you found this video enjoyable. Just a quick little debunk, I guess you could call it, of Ben Shapiro, because I mean, I didn't really debunk anything, you know, because Ben never really made an argument like this is bad or this is good or this is what we need to do to change this. He was just like, no, they just control everything, and they just do. Okay, and like, I just assume from your tone of voice that it's a bad thing, you know. That's because that's all you do, is just try to fearmonger about the left, or just anybody to the left of you. Let's be honest, centrists and liberals. So yeah, I mean, it was fun, but it's like, I view reacting to videos like this, like Ben Shapiro, like it's junk food. But you know what? Junk food tastes pretty damn good. So bye-bye. Bye, Ben.